All right, welcome back, everyone. And we have got the one and only Justin Sun, founder of Tron, with us. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Justin. How are you finding Dubai?
Yeah, Dubai is amazing. It's unbelievable. I think I love the city. Actually, I got the ID card last year. But I'm thinking seriously. I will move like here for some time.
Really?
In the future.
Is this an exclusive we've just got?
Yeah. Yes.
Justin's moving to Dubai.
Yes.
So, Justin, tell us. I mean, you've obviously been very pivotal in the space.
Yes.
You're a big name in the space.
Yes.
How do you see your role in the crypto space? Is it as an investor? Is it as a entrepreneur or a world builder? How do you see your role?
Yes. I see my role is like a promoter, right? I want to promote crypto to everybody in the world, right? I want to make crypto available to 7 billion people on Earth. That's always has been my mission. Like when I first get into crypto around 2012, I promote like Bitcoin. I send Bitcoin to my friends, lots of them coming back now asking me for the backup of the private keys because I give them, but at that time they don't really like take it seriously. Yeah. So, and I help them to find the backup keys, but that's a separate story. But
a few people in the UK who can lose that.
yeah. But I'm keep like promoting like Bitcoin. Even later, I founded my own project like Tron, right? But still, I think I'm like all in for crypto. Promote it like all the time. I want people to know about crypto, use crypto, enjoy crypto. I think that's like my role. So that's why I go to government, right? And go to commercial organization, anyone, right, in the world to persuade them to check on Bitcoin, to check on cryptocurrency. So that's something I have been.
You're kind of using your presence to promote adoption.
Exactly, mass adoption.
What was the moment that got you into Bitcoin?
It's 2012. So I happened to know about Bitcoin, I think on newspaper, and then I was like, wow, this idea is cool because basically the newspaper talking about some money you can just put into USB and it's your money, right? Even doesn't really worth anything. And at that time, there's no exchange at all. So if you want to buy or sell, you just go like localbitcoin.com, or wire money to MTGOX, which you don't know if your money will come back. This kind of the exchange.
You've got to have that leap of faith that, you know what, it's a new thing. I might lose my money, but I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. For me, I was like, this thing is so cool. It is because you can put something into USB into a computer, or even put on in your memories.
Yeah,
right? If you are confident enough, you can put in your memories and no backup. Only memories, and then that's how the money exists. So I believe this idea is very powerful. And when I first see this idea, I was like, wow. That's something I want to learn about more. So that's why I've been very active on Bitcoin talk.org at that time. So I'm checking all the posts every day. Like everybody come up with new idea. I want to check on them. There's no CoinDesk, no newspaper at that time. Focus on Bitcoin, right? The only thing you knew about Bitcoin, you just check on Bitcoin pod, but I have been very active since then.
So Warren Buffett, you're obviously a big fan.
Yeah.
Paid a lot of money to have lunch with him.
Yes.
And but he's openly said he doesn't believe in Bitcoin, right?
Yes,
Or
yes.
rat Poirden or
Squares.
Squared, yes. So tell us, this is someone who you respect greatly.
Yes.
But what's he missing? Was
Yes,
he,
yes.
was he not clocked onto?
Yeah, I actually, when I have dinner with Warren Buffett, it's back to like 2020 actually,
20.
Yeah, 2020. I win the auction in 2019, and then it's got postponed a little bit, but early 2020, right before COVID. So we have lunch on dinner with Warren Buffett. And on the, of course, he gave me lots of like education, like lesson about investment, about life, everything. But I also give him some of my feedback. I told Warren Buffett, that's the best time to acquire Tesla. Basically, I told him that buy Bitcoin and acquire Tesla. Tesla at that time is, like looking for somebody to buy actually, because Elon Musk was like, oh, Wall Street is bothering me like too much. I want to bring Tesla to private. Basically, I can, no matter who is the owner is, I can focus on building EV. But I don't want to attend those like Wall Street meeting anymore. And I told Warren Buffett, that's it. You need to acquire Tesla, and it's gonna be a big thing, And then
You receptive?
yeah,
Did he quietly take a stake?
no, not really. He means like, because at that time I think Tesla is only like less than $100 billion. It's the very cheap. It's like you can take like at that time like the whole Berkshire Hathaway. Cash is like 400 billion something, 300 billion something. You can only 10% is enough,
What is it about Bitcoin that he just couldn't get his head around, that he was not willing to kind of see the light on, basically?
Yeah, actually, for two things. I think first of all, Warren Buffett loves dividend. It just
So an income.
yeah, passive income, this kind of idea.
Yeah.
So he very like pay attention to the company, pay high like dividend. It's like Apple, right? Like those company, and also of course based on the idea of demands, customer demands, great brand, and this kind of the theory, right? But Bitcoin is like it's a new money, right? New internet money. Basically do not like paying dividend, and so that's the part. I think Warren Buffett don't get that, and also the part is like he don't really understand like how internet works.
Yeah.
Because when I meet with Warren Buffett, I give him the first smartphone actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Warren Buffett is the largest shareholder of the largest smartphone company in the world, but he did not use smartphone.
Would he have one of the old like old school?
Yeah, but he just used like a Nokia. Yeah, exactly, BlackBerry, something like that. Nobody buying in the market anymore, but he's the one who using it, just making phone calls. And actually, I walk him through with like the. I bring him a Samsung phone. A very, very, very unique Samsung phone. It's a fold phone.
Yeah.
In 2020, it's like a very rare, technology.
Yeah.
You can fold the phone,
Right.
and with crypto into it. So I deposit Bitcoin, like everything, into the phone, and I show to him, how to use like facial recognition. You can use
Wow.
fingerprint to open that. Easy to use actually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Warren Buffett is just like high to old technology.
Set in his ways.
Yeah.
It's tied to old technology and old businesses, but obviously his investment philosophies are kind of timeless. What are the one or two things that you've learned from him that are helping you in your business and on your entrepreneurial journey?
Yes, totally. I think the first lesson I learned is also realized actually later on is the it's an interesting way. So basically, he give me a comparison. So interest rate of Federal Reserve is just like gravity. So if the interest rate is very high, like every price will go down. It's just like gravity, the gravity high.
Because it'll suck capital out of
Exactly. It's just like work like gravity. If you think in interest rate equivalent to gravity, everything makes sense.
Yeah.
So the higher the rate, the stronger the gravitational pull.
Exactly.
The lower the rate, everything loosens up and flies.
Exactly, right? And if the inflation is zero, like everything fly to the sky, right? So that's why he definitely emphasized on the importance of interest rate on investment. So that's very important. That's the first law to decide it. Like for lots of investment, I think not like everybody pay attention to that, but that's the first kind of the law, right? And then second thing, he bring up to me, I think is very important, is always pay attention to your health. It's very important for
your health.
Exactly, for investors.
Well, your mental health, your physical health,
everything.
Okay.
He said like one of the reason he become the most successful investor in the world is he can survive like for a long time to even realize all the investment returns in the first place.
So you increase your lifespan and you increase your bank balance.
Exactly. It's
that's so funny.
Come up with the same thing, right?
Well, to that point,
yeah.
My interest you in advice helping not.
Yes, totally.
And it's free of charge.
Yes. Thank you.
You're gonna have to tell us about it.
Thank you.
So $6.5 million on a banana.
So for me, I think it's the Bitcoin moment, right? I just like checking about the magazine, like newspaper, and I read about it, like a banana on the tape to the wall, and somebody is selling it. Yeah. And when I first like come to the idea, I think it's similar to Bitcoin. So I was like, what's the point? Why the banana that tape to the wall is worth like at that time it's not 6 million.
Yeah.
At that time it's like worth like $120K US dollars.
That's still quite a lot from.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, why? And I actually started asking questions. Is the banana got like rotten? What if like the banana past the time? Like what happened, right? Like what's the art about that? Like on all these kind of the questions, which is actually it's a 101 question for conceptual art. Yeah. Conceptual art is actually developed like very large. Like Bitcoin is like a long time ago. But just like Bitcoin, for people to understand, like for some people never understand Bitcoin before, they will ask lots of I will say stupid questions, but that's human nature, right? Like people that like, wow, like why even have values? Like when I send Bitcoin to another person, like how you store it, these kind of questions. And then I was like start to learn about conceptual art. I understand the idea, and I find out like banana, actually this piece is most valuable art piece in the world because it's occupied the best IP in the world. Because if you imagine the conceptual art, that tape, orange, that tape like apple, it's not like the same effect as that tape banana. Right? If you think about that, because first of all, that tape apple, if you look at like very far from that, you will even know it's apple. You will see it's some other fruits or something. And orange is the same problem.
So you're talking about the uniqueness of the shape of the banana.
Exactly.
That you'll never mistake it for anything else.
Exactly. That's the only thing.
Okay.
And also Date Banana is like the IPs get so famous. I asked ChatGPT actually, I told him like, tell me some arts, have the same level of the fame or the awareness, compared to the banana, taped to the wall. And ChatGPT told me it's like only 3 left. Mona Lisa, Last Supper,
So it's like, so what he's saying is it's like the uniqueness of the idea is what makes it so famous and so recognizable that the IP becomes valuable.
Exactly.
So, because you didn't eat the banana.
Exactly.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, I eat it.
You did eat it.
Yeah, it is.
That's like $1 million per bite.
Yes, exactly.
Then once you're eating it, does the value of that idea still remain yours?
And go up, even go up.
Does it go up?
It's just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin destroyed Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going up.
It's like burning tokens.
Yes, burning tokens and token going up.
I'm confused.
So now it's a bit of duct tape.
Yes. And also, like banana, it's just like the human history. Like the king, the banana here can die, and the ring and the ruin itself continues.
Yeah, the legacy persists.
It persists, exactly.
That's really interesting because I think a lot of us thought it was just a pure publicity stunt. There's actually
But it was a publicity stunt,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It got you insane publicity, right?
but
Yes.
there was a lot of actual sort of things behind
Those
it.
publicity stunt is it's not my perspective, basically. So when I first bought this banana, it's just like when I first buy the Bitcoin, it's like for fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just go to the Sotheby auction and just doing the auction, and then I was like, will I buy the banana? Nobody cares. That's fine. I'm not asking for everybody to to talk about that. And which I cannot control that too, right?
Yeah.
So that's why when I bought banana, I only expected bought banana and enjoy it.
It's almost like, it's funny. It's almost like you've consumed that piece and you've now become the work of art.
Exactly.
Because you are now the guy who bought and ate the $6 million banana.
Exactly.
The legacy of that decision and that piece stays with you.
Exactly.
You're now the piece of art.
Exactly.
It's genius.
Exactly.
It's actually genius. Do I understand it? Finally.
Exactly. And the next moment, I start to realize that's something big, because before I even buy it, I was like for fun, That's really really doing anything here. But the next moment, I start to realize it's a big thing. It's 5 seconds after I winning the auction. 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I win the auction.
Yeah.
Sotheby's basically sent me wow, there is 50 mainstream media wants an exclusive interview for this.
Yeah.
These are New York Times wants to talk to you, Bloomberg wants to talk to you.
Never have bought that.
Yeah. BBC wants to talk to you. CNN wants to talk to you. Everybody wants to talk to you.
So this is the thing.
Yeah.
That's what you call out of the box thinking.
Yeah.
Right? I love it. All right. We need to move on because we don't have you for very long.
Yeah.
And Vitalik's not here to defend himself.
Yes.
So tell us, why should people use Tron and not Ethereum?
Yes. So, totally. I'm a Ethereum fan, by the way. But first of all, we founded Tron actually changing a little bit the feature on Ethereum to make it easier for people to use, right? First of all, is the scalability. So Ethereum can only take 1 million transactions per day, right? Not more. But Tron actually, theoretically speaking, we can take 100 million transactions per day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So right now it's 10 million transactions per day. it's only like using up like 10% of our capacity here, you know.
Yeah.
So first thing I think is the scalability. If you build on Tron, you know, we can basically meets the requirements of all the people on Earth plus like Mars, like other, you know, planet in the future if they want to join crypto, you know.
Out of the best they can
Yeah.
do.
Yes. That's the first thing. Second thing is the mechanism we have is fabulous. On Ethereum, basically you use the network, you pay the gas fee, right? And that's it. But for Tron, you can stake TRX and get free transaction. So you don't actually need to pay. If you own TRX, you don't have to pay to use the network. It's for free, actually. You know, and the more beauty of that is you can actually sell like all the quota you have, like to others, to earn actually in the first place. For example, I stake like 100 million TRX, something for myself, and I will receive like 5% APY. And then I can sell like rest of the transactions, get extra like 12% APY. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
it's and the people can buy the transaction
Yeah.
and make it cheaper.
Yeah.
So that's why I think
Good incentive structures are sort of built in.
exactly.
So because of all these things, are you seeing a lot of developers moving over from ETH to develop on your chain?
Yeah, definitely. I think we see massive like stablecoin volume like move to Tron. Today we are handling around like $20 to $30 billion
So Tether.
on Tether like every day. So we are talking about last year. We are having $5 trillion transaction volume, which surpassed like Visa, like Master already. You know, which gonna grow to $7 or even $10 trillion a year of settlement. So I think it's gonna keep growing because I'm here like with Dubai, like I see like everybody using TRC20, you know, like paying USDT everywhere, you know. It's become the payment standards, and I'm confident like eventually like everybody on Earth will start to use TRX.
And look, we're here out in Token. There's a lot of speakers at the conference. People are throwing around bold predictions. $1 million Bitcoin by 2028. I think Arthur Hayes put that one out.
Yes.
I don't know whether you like to give predictions out or not, but what's your take? Where do you see it going by, let's say, the end of this decade?
Yes. I think Bitcoin definitely gonna go $1 million.
The end of this decade?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's Bitcoin gonna replace gold, right? Like before that, in 2012, you know, we say that like nobody believed that.
Yeah.
But right now, like some people start to believe it. You know, it's gonna realize. You know, I think U.S. government eventually gonna move all the gold reserve to Bitcoin because you know for the gold reserve they have, they don't even know if it's there. You know,
Yeah.
that's the problem, right? Donald Trump says like first day become president, I need to go along with Elon Musk to check those vault to see if like those gold is still there.
Yeah.
You know, might not gone, you know, and still by some like random like federal employees, you know.
Just by that, right? It kind of speaks to why Bitcoin is kind of the better version.
Yes, because Bitcoin will always be there, right? So you can see it on the blockchain, you know, it's transparent, like everybody knows. That's the reserve for like not only for U.S. government but for galaxy, you know, for alien even. So I think that's definitely for Bitcoin. And then my prediction for TRX, I think TRX will definitely be $1, you know, one day, you know. I'm super confident on that, you know. We gonna definitely achieve this goal.
All right. Amazing.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you, Justin.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
It's been great.
Thank you. Yeah.